Conti. Okay.
Hmm.
What I wanted to ask you, can we get the truth out of you? This is a rumor I like to touch. Everybody want to talk all this junk that Africans from the continent, that continental Africans do not like African Americans.
I find it so funny that people think that because whenever I tell real Gullah people that there's Gullah people in America, oh my goodness, they start dancing to get happy. Really? Oh, we have to talk to them. We want to meet them. Y'all gonna bring them. That's the same people. That's our people. They get so excited, like they're waiting. Like I feel like they are waiting for the African Americans to come back, because they're so tired of these corrupt leaders in Africa. These corrupt everybody. They just crabs in a bucket trying to get to the top.
We got the same thing here.
They're tired. Like I feel like they're waiting for people to come back.
Okay.
That's
The
exactly
real
what it is.
Africans, not the ones here. The ones here, I don't know.
So
I mean, you see, you got
Some
to
of them.
understand, right? You have to understand the mindset of the Africans here. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, it's like, you know how the old saying, like they always say when the Hispanics go to jail, no matter what race they come, not nationality they come from, they could be Mexican, they could be Puerto Rican, they could, you see what I'm saying? Just under the banner of the Hispanic language, they take care of them. Papito, oh yeah, saying, what do you need? You need socks, you need, underwear, you know what I mean? Soap, deodorant. See what I'm saying? But with
and we don't
us,
have that. We don't have
yon
Hmm.
that.
yon, they
For
always used to say,
real.
listen, you see, five people jumping on a Puerto Rican. Another Puerto Rican is driving by. He gonna jump out and help it. You know what I'm saying? But let somebody drive by black. You know what I mean? And they see, oh, that nigga must have did something. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
same
Niggas might
things.
slow down and you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, man, it's like it's crazy with us. So I understand the mindset of a person who comes from a country where everybody is looking out for one another. It's dependent upon our
Hmm.
survival. You know what I mean? If you
Right.
got a bowl of, if I have a bowl of rice and my family is eating and you're next door to me and you're not eating, I'm
Oh
not gonna let
yeah,
that
that's
happen.
a big thing. Cooking and not sharing food, they will get so mad. I experienced it with my parents. Like they do not do that.
Now,
Okay.
see, we have that in the South. A lot of this culture is still locked in the South, even though a lot of our youngsters and shit don't want to know what grandma and grandpa was doing, and you know what I'm saying. But these things are still in play. You know what I mean? The person sit down and have some. You know what I mean? And everybody's always inviting you to their plate. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And it's just certain customs and culture. Like I said, when you driving by, a person don't know you from a hole in the wall. They waving and they speaking, and these are the. But as a whole, we're not thinking like that anymore. It's like we're thinking as individuals. You know what I'm saying? Instead of as a collective tribal, you know what I mean? It takes a village to raise a child type of thing. You know what I
Facts.
mean? We getting further and further away from it. There was a time when, you know, uh, Miss Lucy down the block and grab you up by the collar and smack you up and bring
Hmm.
you home, and your mama smack you up too because, on the words that Miss Lucy said. You know what I mean? She believed. Nowadays, man, niggas might pop off on Miss Lucy. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
He's like, put hands on this old lady.
nowadays it's a whole different generation, and that's why I wanted to ask my man's too. With this generation of blacks, some tend to say, I don't know, I don't know what the truth is. So that's why I want to ask you, with this generation, with the young black youth, do you think the fight have died when it comes to the cause? You know how everybody, how's the pro black population when it comes to the young black generation?
Well, I would say there's a little like
It seems
gap.
like it's more white kids that's pro black these days than
Yeah, well, more like that's just on social media though. That's not even because social media hides the real
yeah.
people. Like at school, I noticed like a lot more black kids will come to what we have is Black Student Union at my school. A lot more kids over the years, because I'm a senior now, a lot more kids over the years started joining the group, because at first it was little. And before I started going to the school, it was like smaller. I feel like over the years, it's been gaining traction, but I wouldn't say it was as fiery, as passionate as your generation was. One thing I feel like my generation were leading, a lot of them lead towards more of the cultural aspects of connecting to Africa, like the spirituality and stuff like that. As y'all know, everybody's trying to meditate, get connected with the Orishas, get to
Mm,
know the God and learn that. So that's what I see it leaning more towards than that fiery, we're united, you know.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I got a question. At your age, and another generational question, I'm starting to notice this little wave of steering away from Christianity, especially with the black youth. So, you know, are they still big on the whole Jesus thing, or is everybody more so into the ancestral worshiping?
On the people, like for the people I'm around, no, like we don't, they're like completely done with that church. Even if like the kids who are still in the church, they're still open to like knowing about their past lives and ancestors and things like that. So we're not all just one on the church. Like it's more like loose. It's not as
Okay, so that's
conservative
changing.
as it used to be. Even like with the new Jesus kids, they're trying to incorporate the stuff we talk about into their circles and church stuff. So it's not the same at all. Although there's always a few, hardcore Christian kids at school. But if you go in a room at school, everybody gonna know what sage is. Everybody gonna know what chakras are. So it's
Do you think this? My question is this: do you think? I mean, because some of this comes from different cultures. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Everybody didn't burn sage. You see what I'm saying? And
mm-hmm.
everybody wasn't into chakras. Everybody doesn't have orishas. So, what do you think about some of the conscious community? I believe, like, it helped me. It made me, it steered me to where I am today. And I can't take nothing away from no walk of no path that I took. But do you believe that some of it could be kind of dangerous when it comes to the reality of Africa? Because at the same
Yes.
time, even though Christianity is Christianity, it's still an institution in Africa. Even though Islam is Islam, it's still an institution in Africa. There's a way to bring you in the world. There's a way to bring you out. So if you're not initiated to where we can bring you into a world a certain way and we can take you out a certain way, you understand what I'm saying? At least now you can explain why. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't claim anything and you just claim spirituality, because if you go from where we from and this big brother and you talking about you spiritual, you got to go to that bush. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy,
So,
that's what I'm saying. That's one thing I would say that a lot of the kids, I feel like that's just because of our generation and technology. Some of them lack the attention span. Like I would say sometimes they go onto something for a trend or something like that. Or like,
right.
oh, to like tweet, oh, this deity, that deity, etc. But
Absolutely.
some of them, I feel like the media does romanticize the African like spirituality, because like with everything there's very good and bad, etc. And one thing they need to understand, Africa, we don't have books like that. Everything is taught orally. Like if you really really want to learn the real deal stuff, you gotta go back home, you gotta talk to a zoe, you gotta talk to a priest, you gotta talk to
And
a
you ain't got
shaman.
to, you can't talk because they're forbidden to say you got to go in that
Mm-hmm.
bush.
They gotta
Let's be
ride the
real.
bike.
Can we change
Don't
that?
even, and look, don't even go through all of that. You know what I'm saying? But when you go home, it ain't no it ain't no, see, because here as African Americans, we have this thing to where we just see the drum and dance, and we see the
Mm-hmm.
art form, and singing, and we think that's African culture, and it is. But there's certain things that you have to do in order to become a man and a woman, and we have no idea what that takes. So we come over with this false sense of what Africa is and what it should be. You know, a lot of us think there was no evil in Africa until the white man showed up. You know what I mean? All of this stuff is kind of dangerous when you're moving in reality and you're moving, you want to travel home and you want to make a place at home and you want to,
And
be
that's the same thing.
respected.
It's like sometimes like they kind of forget to have that same street smart when they go back home, which I feel like you need that more back home than anywhere else.